80s. It's sweet energy.
News Channel 15's Pinpoint Weather, without a doubt the most reliable weather information anywhere in the Carolinas. These state-of-the-art weather instruments provide instant weather data, including temperature, dew point, relative humidity, wind speed, all that information from 17 different locations. Evapotranspiration, soil temperature, average relative humidity, the high for the day, temperature, I said that. It's Pinpoint Weather, and it's only on the Carolinas' #1 News Channel 15. Solar radiation, heat index, wind chill.
With the hurricane coming in, so many people are heading to shelters, and they have many concerns about leaving their homes. Now, one of those concerns is about what's going to happen with their electricity. Santee Cooper already has plans in preparation for the storm. They've been receiving several calls about people wondering if they're going to cut off the electricity in their homes, and that is one point they've been trying to clarify.
Santee Cooper doesn't have any plan now to disrupt any electric service. Mother Nature, unfortunately, is going to take it out for us. Our plans never call for disrupting service intentionally.
Now, the only time Santee Cooper says they cut off power is when they are ordered to by civil defense, but they say that is usually not necessary because the entire system is designed with safeguards. Now, in preparation for the storm, the power company has more than 30 repair crews ready to move out, and they also have 13 tree-cutting service crews.
We've been showing you live pictures throughout our news and throughout all day of what's going on really right in the middle of Myrtle Beach near the pavilion on the water. But our Chris Ficini has been traveling all over the Grand Strand, especially up near Cherry Grove, to check out how things are going. The winds have been picking up, and let's go to Chris right now live. Does he have an update? Chris, what is happening up in the northern end of the Grand Strand?
Well, Dave, as you said, the wind's really starting to pick up out here now. It's really not safe to be out here. As you know, our crews were all over the Horry County area today checking out what the storm was doing up north. We went to Cherry Grove, if I can show you the pictures of that right now. We came to the Cherry Grove right down by the beach there, and if we can show those pictures, there they are right now. You can see the water really coming right up to the stairs over the barriers there, and that was just over an hour ago or so, so conditions may be even getting worse now. Now, as you know, Cherry Grove, really one of the areas hit harder in this point by beach erosion, and they were just trying to work on some renourishment up in that area, but because of Hurricane Edward and Hurricane Fran, it looks like they're going to put a stop to that. Authorities are trying to get people off the beach. At this point, I don't think they're going to have too much of a problem anymore. It's just too unsafe to be out here. On the way back, and as a matter of fact, when we were driving down back in our truck, it was shimmying back and forth so bad, the winds are so strong, and just standing here, it's very difficult to keep your footing with the wind gusts, as Ed was saying, up to 60, 68 miles an hour. So once again, I can't stress enough that people need not be on the roads. As a matter of fact, we just heard some sirens out there earlier, so it's definitely not safe, Dave. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You know, as we've been learning, although it looks like we might be spared the full brunt right now, it is still nothing to take lightly at all. This is a very, very serious hurricane, and that's why we're here giving you complete team coverage.
That's right. Something to be taken very seriously.
All right, and we'll be right back with much more.
We end with, well, we're going off with a look at our hotline numbers.
And that gentleman over there just ordered this.
And welcome back to the special team coverage of News Channel 15, Hurricane Fran. And you know, we've been talking about all the people have been heeding the evacuation, taking this seriously. But when you understand at least one store, one businessman in Myrtle Beach is not going to get out of there.
Pretty amazing with the heavy winds and the rains coming down. They are still out there.
That's right.
And so is our Chris Connor. He's out there on Ocean Boulevard. How's it looking out there, Chris?
Hey, Dave and Tiffany. It's not looking so great, but we're hanging in. My photographer and I were driving around today getting some shots of debris and so forth, and we noticed a store, a quick stop store with a big sign on it that read open. We couldn't resist stopping by, and here's what we found. Out of coffee, baby food, or water, Lynn Dugala's got you covered. She and her husband run D&L Quick Stop on 10th Avenue in Myrtle Beach, and they're open for business.
We have a mobile home, and we decided to stay here for our safety and the animals' safety, and then secondly, we can stay open for the people who need things at the last minute or firemen and police and all that.
Lynn and her family are all set for Fran. They've got a makeshift bedroom, all the supplies they need, and their dog Spotty's even with them. And after the hurricane, if you need to have your car towed, D&L's got you covered there too. They've got a towing service open for business.
We have 2 wreckers here and one on the south end of town. And the highway patrol or the city or someone calling would need help will be available to help them.
Lynn and her clan will stick it out through the storm and be here if you need them. The complete package over at D&L Quick Stop, my good friends Lynn and Bill over there. We will be here for you, Dave and Tiffany, and again, if anyone needs any paper towels, head over to the Quick Stop.
I understand. I've been a lot of news crews. They're using that because there are not very many stores open.
No, none at all, Dave.
I'm sure all the crews that are all over the beach, that's the place to head if they need something to drink or a hot dog or something. All right, get inside and stay safe for right now.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's amazing they're still out there.
Well, of course, the weather is changing at any minute right now as it gets closer and closer.
So now we're going to head out to meteorologist Ed Piotrowski, who's been keeping a complete watch out for us. How's it looking now, Ed?
Well, we're still watching it very carefully, of course, and we've got the latest radars for you showing that the eye continues to move to the north now. And believe it or not, it appears at this point in time that this particular hurricane may very well follow the path of Hurricane Bertha. Remember, though, it's a larger hurricane, so it's going to produce a lot more rain and certainly a lot more wind for our area as well. Here it is moving to the north now. It will likely make landfall somewhere between Little River and Wilmington, probably within the next, 4 or 5 hours or so. And again, we have the brunt of the hurricane to go because we'll be on the west side of the eye wall within the next couple of hours or so. In fact, Gordon, why don't we take a look at live pinpoint weather for you now to show you what's happening. We've had some higher wind gusts here in the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. Myrtle Beach now up to hurricane force peak wind gust at 74. Garden City at 69. Cherry Grove at 68. Conway was still at 52. Florence at 39. Dillon at 22. Look at the winds in Myrtle Beach. Northerly at 42. But sit here and watch with me for a second. That will likely fall off or increase just a little bit. The reason that happens is because we have all kinds of fluctuations when these showers and thunderstorms roll through. There you have it, northerly at 28, 36, 42, and they've been fluctuating like that all afternoon. Okay, let's go back to the computers now, and we will show you the latest on the satellite picture here. As I mentioned a little while ago, we're a little more optimistic about the track of this hurricane, and we're also optimistic for another reason, and it's this. It appears that the eye is not forming as much as it should be as it's over the Gulf Stream, so the hurricane has not strengthened at all. And number two, it appears that the highest winds are actually now spreading out somewhat, so 75 to 100 mile-per-hour winds or more common around the eye of the hurricane, not necessarily 115. There could be a few isolated spots to the north and east of the eye that certainly could see 115 mile-per-hour winds, but at this point in time it does appear that we would be spared of any winds higher than about 100 miles per hour. That can still do a lot of damage, and as Ned so appropriately pointed out earlier, that kind of rain that we've had over the past month or so combined with high winds definitely can knock down a lot of trees around and blow out windows, so please stay in your home and don't venture out until we give you the all clear. All right, Gordon, let's bring you in here. I want you to check things out for me here as we go ahead and look at the latest coordinates. And I'm going to give you the mic, and I want you to go ahead and go through this. I'm going to take a look and see when the next airplane's going.
Okay, right. Okay, thanks a lot, Ed. All right, the latest coordinates are as follows, and those are the coordinates as of 5 o'clock. At 32.9 north, 77.9 west. That's about 75 miles to the southeast of Myrtle Beach. Highest winds are still at 115 miles an hour, moving north-northwesterly at 16 miles an hour. But also, as Ed indicated a little while ago, the report from the Hurricane Reconnaissance Aircraft indicated that it was taking more of a direct northerly course in the last hour or so. The National Hurricane Center Miami sticking to the computer models at this time with the north-northwesterly direction, realizing that it's still just a little to the right of that as it continues to move on a northerly course. So we'll be back a little bit later on with more details on our friend Hurricane Fran. Dave, Tiffany?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. We're keeping track of every little move of Hurricane Fran. They've been there all day and throughout the night. Yes.
Two best meteorologists in the world.
That's right, and we're staying right here. There's much more coming up.
As we go to break, take a look at our website address in case you need to reach us.
If you're surfing the internet.